because I just talked about the most controversial figure on AEW TV. Now, I want to talk about the most controversial figure of AEW, period. And that is, he is the owner of the company, I believe the president of AEW, Tony Khan. Now, the reaction that Tony Khan gets on social media from their fans, from wrestling fans in general, it's not surprising at all. The fact that Tony Khan is pretty much universally beloved by all fans on social media. It's not second nature to me. It's not surprising to me because Tony Khan has given you, the wrestling fan, me, the wrestling fan, the whole wrestling community, an alternative, a real alternative to WWE, a big time company that gives us the grandiose events, the larger than life television production feel, and the money and the sentiment and the fan base to back it all up. That's what Tony Khan has given us as wrestling fans with AEW. Now, he's done that with help from Kenny Omega, from Chris Jericho, from Cody Rhodes, from the Young Bucks, from all those EVPs or big stars that have joined the company in the past few months, in the past few years. He's done that fine. Putting that aside, Tony Khan, to me, Tony Khan is the equivalent today of what Vince McMahon was back in the 90s, back in the Attitude Era. Now, let's hold comparisons. Let's judge them on a scale, each to their own way. All right. There's no way wrestling at this point right now is as popular as it was as the Attitude Era. So I'm not judging this on that. I'm not. I'd be crazy to do that because the numbers don't lie, and I'm gonna get into the numbers in a few more seconds, in a few more minutes. But Tony Khan represents what fans want. He's a wrestling fan, which Vince McMahon is as well, but he's younger. He's more hip in the eyes of the wrestling fans. He actually has a pulse, or I'm blanking on the statement, but he actually gets what wrestling fans want these days from their programming, from their show, from the stories. That's what wrestling fans look at when they see Tony Khan, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And wrestling, much like life, is cyclical. So again, this will keep happening. To many fans, Vince McMahon is what the former WCW presidents that didn't know about wrestling were to today's professional wrestling, and Tony Khan is Vince McMahon in that era as well. He's trying to revolutionize the business. Nothing wrong with that. But again, we've got to take a look at the fact that in 2019, Tony Khan was this figure who just put in the money, this backer, this founder, the man that helped the EVPs create AEW and give the wrestling fans something of an alternative. He was that. And now, Tony Khan has become this prominent figure, maybe not on TV as much, but on the IWC, in wrestling news websites. He's going out to more interviews. He's saying a lot of things that rub people the wrong way. Specifically, and this is just my personal opinion, he rubs me the wrong way on what he says. Because for the most part, his comments, his answers are give me the credit. I'm the owner of this company. I'm giving you what you want. Love me, love me, love me. And it's fine. It's fine. He can do that. It's not entirely false what he's saying. It's just, he's taking a lot of prominence and a lot of attention out of his product, which still needs to be built up a lot more, and giving it to himself. Not only that, he talks about numbers. He talks about the 18 to 49 demographic and how that's the most important number for TV viewership, blah, 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 blah. Blah. Fine. You want to, much like most human beings, you want to spin things in your own way, in your own favor. You want to spin things, that's fine. You want to take over the conversation and say that, we beat WWE, we beat SmackDown in the 18 to 49 demographic. Hey, but don't look over here. Rampage viewership has been declining. Dynamite viewership has been declining. Overall viewership has been declining. Don't look over there. Just take a look at the 18 to 49 demographic, where we are beating WWE because we are a much edgier product, and therefore it makes sense. It makes more logical sense that we are attracting most of those viewership numbers than WWE. But at the end of the day, we're not making more money than the WWE. We're not making more advertisement revenue. We're not doing more live events than WWE. We are not bringing in more viewership than WWE. As a matter of fact, we could be on the verge of losing Rampage because that number keeps going down. I mean, last time I checked, Rampage barely hit 400, 450, 500K in terms of viewership, which is laughable, which is embarrassing, which is hypocritical in the sense that not too long ago, Impact Wrestling did those numbers, or slightly higher numbers than that, after they left Spike TV, and fans belittled them. They made fun of Impact Wrestling because of those numbers. But hey, we're talking about AEW, right? They're giving us what we want. They are pandering to us, the fickle fans, and therefore we pay no attention to that number, the big number, the number that actually matters, the number that personally I care about. Why? Because we hold them to a different standard. AEW has money, and they're, putting on a much more edgier product. Sorry, why can't I do that? They're putting on a much more edgier product than WWE, and therefore we should support them in every single way. And Tony Khan takes advantage of that. That's what I don't like. Tony Khan takes advantage of that fact. I'm giving you what you want. I'm putting in the money. Don't look at the numbers. Just follow me blindly, because I've been able to do this for you, and that just pisses me off. It really does. Not only that, Tony Khan has gone on interviews and spent those numbers on his behalf. And he's talked about the fact that, we are creating competition for WWE, and they are going up against us for no reason, and they're hurting our product for no reason. But at the end of the day, Tony Khan and the rest of the AEW community and the AEW company as a whole, they do not have the balls to go head-to-head with WWE. They don't have the balls to move Dynamite away from Wednesday nights and put it head-to-head with Monday Night Raw, and actually go head-to-head, fight that battle, and actually prove that they have something different than the WWE. They don't have the balls to move Rampage just slightly up and put that 1 hour of television against 1 direct hour of SmackDown. No. When Dynamite started, which was the most smart move, because they need to grow a fan base, They moved it to Wednesday nights where there was no competition at all. Good. When they hit Rampage, they did a very smart thing. SmackDown's 8 to 10. Fantastic. Let's put Rampage at 10 p.m. so we have so SmackDown viewership can lead into Rampage. And hey, fans can be like, hey, you don't like SmackDown, or you haven't got enough of your wrestling for the night? Turn on TNT, turn on TBS, watch Rampage. There you go. All I'm saying is, Tony Khan, if you want to talk about numbers, if you want to talk about 18 to 49 demographic, if you want to talk about how AEW is competing with WWE and how they're putting them in trouble, you want to talk all that shit, fine. Go head to head. Move Dynamite to Monday nights. Move Rampage head to head against SmackDown. Do those moves, and then we will analyze if AEW is truly what you say it has been. Because at the end of the day, you just sound like a con man who is spitting the numbers and the details in your favor because you are delusional in the fact that AEW has been any type of competition to WWE. And the fact of the matter is, they're not. They're not competition. They're an alternative. And most wrestling fans that are fed up with WWE follow you blindly. But if you ask any casual fan, which there are very few, and if you ask any wrestling fan out there, more often than not, they are going to choose WWE over AEW. Those are just my thoughts on Tony Khan and this entire situation. If you have different thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. And I'm pretty sure you do have differing thoughts from what I had to say. But again, it's just my opinion. This is a wrestling talk show, and that's just my take on this entire situation.